Have you ever started to do something, then all of a sudden it started turning out in a way that you didn't plan? Like, for instance, I just opened my computer to make a video, and the lighting in here is just horrible. And at first I was saying, oh, I'm just not gonna do it. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Who cares? The lighting might be bad, but if I have a message to bring, I'm going to say it and let that energy flow through me. Because so many times in the past, not now, but in the past, I would give up on the first little thing that didn't go right. And instead of saying, hey, you know what? There's always another option, or I'm just going to do it anyway, like with this lighting. So that's what this video is about, just to really look at ways that we stop ourselves, look at the ways that things come up and then we give up pretty much because of our ideas that, hey, you know what, I just can't do it, it's too hard. And no, there's always a first option, a second option, a third option, a fourth option. There's always so many more options that we can view if we just stay in the energy that I can. So many times we give up and we say I can't, and then we shut down and we block the flow. And the only way we really grow is to continue to work through those things that come up. Continue to have an I can attitude, not with a forceful will, not with an idea that I'm going to make this happen, because that actually blocks the flow too. But just to say, hey, you know what? Right now I know that there's another way, and I'm going to relax and I'm going to listen to what my inner being has to say, and I know that I'll get the answers along the way. So, hey, see, that's how it rhymes with me. And that's what really happens when I really let go. And that's really the key. So many of us, either we give up at the first obstacle, or we push too hard and we try to make it happen, and we wear ourselves out, really. And is it really worth it? I mean, this journey is really about joy. And it's really not about the goal, the outcome. A lot of us believe that it is. But once we get there, I don't know about you, but once I've gotten to my goal or outcome, there's always something else. Same thing when we're working on a problem. When we work on a problem, then we get another problem. So the idea is to really let go and know that, right now, I'm okay. And to really come back to center in each and every moment, and to remind yourself that you're okay. And remind myself that I'm okay no matter what's happening in the outer. Because we really can't control the outer. What we can control is how we see it and what we tell ourselves it means. Basically, what happens is something happens in the outer, and we have these layers that we go to, these automatic responses where all these old beliefs start to come up and filter our perceptions. Say, for instance, I don't know, you were in a relationship and the person decided that they don't want to be in a relationship anymore. And you got mad, and you got mad, and you started crying, and you started feeling bad. And what is that feeling bad feeling? Well, we go into the layers. What am I believing is true about me? Well, I'm unlovable. Well, we'll go even deeper. Where did I buy into this understanding that I'm unlovable if people leave me? It's really understanding the dynamics that go on inside. A lot of people are just sad or whatever, and not really understand where that sadness is coming from. And it's okay. I mean, maybe you don't have to understand it. Maybe you could just let yourself feel, and that's healing in itself too. But in order to really change the energy or shift that energy, so next time you're in that situation, you don't have that same response, or you do, and that's okay if you do. But if you want to really shift and be okay in any situation, is to find out that root cause, like where did all this come from, and really clear up that root, because that root is what creates everything out here. And it's really important to go back to that and shift that at that deeper level. A lot of people work on the surface level, and that's okay if that's where you're at, because sometimes that's all we can handle in the moment. But true healing, I mean, in order to repattern ourselves which we're not really repatterning, we're actually allowing our divine pattern to flow through. Because so many of us have this stuff on top of who we really are, and we think we are our conditioning. We think we are all these things we accumulated over our lifetime. We think we are our identity. We think we are what we do and what we have, and that's not true. There's an essence of you. There's a divine pattern inside of each one of us, and when we're living in that divine pattern, we're happier, we're more free, we're enjoying this journey naturally. We're not worried so much about what will happen, because we're in tune with our authentic fashion. And this is how I live today. This is like the best for me. I feel really free. And a lot of people might look at my life and say, well, hey, she doesn't have a mansion or well, I do have a nice car, but you know what I mean? Like the material success stuff, the idea that you need that in order to be happy is such an illusion, and it's a drive that most people do. I mean, if you were looking back at your life today and you knew like today was the last day of your life and you spent your whole life chasing after things of this world, I don't know how happy you would actually be saying, hey, you know what, this was an amazing journey, because to me, that's just stressful. I live that way. I know what it's like, and I finally healed the internal fight, and I'm free just like a kite. Anyways, I hope this video inspired you in one way or another, that to help you, whatever. The idea help to bring forth new information that might expand your point of view of who you are and what you can do, and see that, hey, you know what, obstacles are okay. And everything that happens is okay. And to know that you're always okay. And that's really what this video was about. So I hope it inspired you. I hope my wish for you is that you find some peace inside so you can really enjoy this earthly ride. I'm over here cheering you on. I believe in you and I love you.